Right then, Polly, we're going to start with a fit test. What I want you to do is take it nice and easy, and all I want you to do is start by taking it straight up to a jog for me, please, okay? Now, whilst you are doing the fit test at home as well, all I want you to do during this warm-up stage is taking things nice and slowly. The whole purpose of the warm-up is just to get our bodies ready to train and exercise, okay? Now, if at any time during the fit test you're not happy with something, then this jog is your safety exercise. So don't sit out, don't definitely go and sit down. I want you just to maybe march on the spot, or if you can, do a nice gentle jog for me. We've got a couple more seconds, and then we will be taking it out to a Heisman, which is a wide stance jog. Okay, you've got 3 seconds, 2, 1, wide jog please, Heisman jog, thank you. Okay, now a little bit more oomph, Polly, okay, because we do need to get those heart rates up, okay, and smile, okay, you should be enjoying this, okay, good stuff, all right, so a little bit more effort, okay, we need a little bit more heart rates up, a little bit more, okay, now I don't want you to go full out max now, you're going to be needing those energy levels in just a few minutes from now, okay, you're looking good, Polly, good stuff, okay, a few more seconds. Fantastic. I want you to take it to a nice side-to-side lunge for me. So I'm just going to come and help you show that. So a nice wide leg. We are literally going to go side to side. Okay. The idea is that we're working out and loosening up all those thigh muscles, our buttocks, and just starting to do a slight stretch. I'm not wanting you to stretch as such here. I just want you to go through the motions of using those muscle groups. At the end of the day, one of the best ways to warm up your body is to do slightly lower versions of the exercise that you're going to be doing in just a few minutes from now. Excellent. Okay, keeping your legs nice and wide, what I want you to do is take it up to a spinal twist. So I will show you that as well. Legs nice and wide. What I want you to do is follow your eye line, and I want you to stretch through the spine. As you do so, your back heel comes off the floor. Do not keep your feet locked to the floor. You'll be stressing out your knee and your knee joints, okay? So as you can see, as Polly is twisting here, her eyes are flowing in the direction that she's turning her shoulders. Her heel is coming nice and high off the ground, okay? You're looking good there, Polly. How are you feeling?
Yeah, right.
okay, excellent. Right, what I want you to do now is we're going to go into a front forward lunge, okay? So what I want you to do is take a nice big step forwards for me, okay? And think of your feet are on train tracks, and we're just going to warm up that front thigh, okay? That front, I can't speak those words. Okay, looking good. Okay, now think about your feet at the moment. Your feet are very narrow, so it's making your stability a little bit off there, so I want you to take your feet further apart. That's excellent. Okay, up and down, looking good. Okay, let's swap it to the other leg forwards, please. I don't care if it's left leg, right leg forwards, as long as we get obviously both legs worked out and nice and warmed up. Okay, good stuff, you're looking good. A little bit more wider on the stance, Polly, it'll help you balance and obviously help your technique. Now, technique all the way through the workouts is vital, okay? I don't care if you get one decent push-up in, as long as it's a good push-up, as opposed to 10 rubbish ones with bad technique, which is leaving you open to injury, okay? Fantastic. Okay, what I want you to go into now, Polly, if you can stand next to me for 1 second, is we want to do some hip circles, okay? So don't necessarily put your hands on your hips, but I want you to basically forwards and backwards, roll the hips, work out those hip flexors, which is a muscle, a very thin muscle that goes across the hip joint. Okay, and the idea of this is that we're going to be working these hip flexor muscles really hard over the next few minutes during this fit test. How are you doing there? Can you feel the stretch coming on slightly? Yeah. I don't want you to actually be stretching, I just want you to be warming up that midsection, okay? So nice big sweeps as you go round. Looking good. Good stuff, Polly. Okay, and then from there what we want to do is an overhead sweep. So I want your feet hip width apart. We're going to brush the backs of our hands along the floor as we come up and we stretch. As you notice, my eyes are following the direction of my hands. I'm not looking over behind me, okay? I'm literally just almost stretching out that spine, getting a nice bend through the legs. So I'm warming up the thighs, warming up the back, giving a nice stretch through, bringing everything into alignment. Good stuff, okay? And then finally, I want you to go into a flat pack. So basically, hands out, legs nice and strong, looking down to the ground. So if you can notice, if I can just turn you sideways, Polly, for a second so they can see your sideways movement here. All right, Polly is in a nice straight line, okay? She has not got her head tilted forwards and she's not looking up, okay? So her spine is in a nice neutral position, all the way from her tailbone through to the crown on her head. That's looking good, Polly, okay? How are you feeling that stretch down the back of your legs?
Yeah.
Through your back here?
Yeah.
Good stuff, that's where it needs to be. And then last but not least, we want to take up some cardio just to get the heart rate up. I want you to do some jumping jacks. Jumping jacks with a little bit more oomph this time, so we're going to jump out with a lat pull down, so we're not flying our arms around. So in, out, okay, that's the kind of, excellent, okay, nice posture. Now if you notice, while Polly is doing her jacks here, okay, her heels are going down on the floor, her arms are nice and strong. This workout does not use dumbbells, so we have no weight, so we really do actually need to think a lot about our arms during this workout and the fit test in order to get some proper motion going on and some training going on with our arms, because let's face it girls, we all hate our bingo wings. Looking good, nice and deep in the that's it, that's where I need you to be, looking good. Few more, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good stuff. Okay, now this is when you guys are going to need to grab your pens and papers. Right then Polly, what I want you to do is go into your sit-up, press-up position, good stuff. Okay, we're going to start in 2 seconds, let's start those press-ups now. Okay, now, if you can look at what Polly's doing, I'm going to be correcting her posture here. Okay, she is doing a full body press-up. Now, things to bear in mind, her body is in a nice straight line. Watch your head doesn't tip too forwards, that's good stuff. Her heels are off the floor, and she's got a nice straight line going through. Get the bum down a little bit for me. That's more like it. Okay, now all the effort is going through Polly's arms. Okay, how are you feeling? Because I can see you starting to, yeah. Drop to the knees if you can, and then carry on. If you can, or take a rest, it's important that you do what you can, okay? Now, the idea of the fit test, you've got to make sure that you count how many you can get done in a 1 minute period. Now, Polly at the moment hasn't rested. That's because she's fresh. You'll be fresh. Okay, but ideally within a couple of minutes now when we get on to the other fit test exercises, you will start to suffer. There you go, she's resting, which is good stuff. She's taking this fit test at her pace. This is your workout, you're in control of it. You've got 3 seconds, good stuff. 2, 1, okay, there's your minute. Now how do you feel, Polly?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, so go on then, what's the magic?
22.
22, okay, so she's got her fit test sheet, we've put 22 down. Now this is her starting location, her starting position in this whole program. So the idea is Polly is now going to be able to track over the next 3 weeks as she progresses to the halfway point her abilities during this whole body back program. And what we want to do is we want to be able to see an increase on her fitness with regards to push-ups. So what we're talking here is that maybe she can increase, still keep the number of 22, but she maybe does the whole lot as a full body press up. Perhaps she can increase the number as well. It really doesn't matter as long as a progression is there and you are comfortable with your abilities and how you are training. Right then Polly, we've got 12 seconds. Okay, what I want you to do is go on your back onto a V sit-up position, legs in the air. Okay, and what I want you to do is I want you to crunch. Now as you crunch, let's start counting now, good stuff. Take your feet out for me, and down. Okay, and then in, crunch in, good stuff. Okay, and down, and in, and down. Now, as I said to you guys, Polly is training here right there live with you. She hasn't done these exercises before because we know you haven't done these exercises before, okay? Now she's pulling in her abs. Are you pulling in your abs?
Yep.
Good stuff. Okay, so think about that ab, like the belly button being pulled all the way through to the spine. I don't want you to lift the head, Polly. I want you to keep the orange underneath your, like a fist here, underneath your chin, between your chest, okay? I want to keep that nice neutral spine. I want the abs here to do all of the work. How are you feeling?
Okay.
Take that rest. I want good quality movements, okay? I don't want slacking because that is open to basically injury, and we don't want injury. Excellent, okay? You're moving your head a little bit more, good stuff. Make sure you've got a nice, strong position. Take a rest if you need to. Good stuff, okay? Make sure you're breathing, don't forget to breathe. Sometimes people focus so much they forget what they're doing, okay? You've got 1 second and pause. Great stuff, guys. Hope you did that well at home. Okay, how are you feeling?
All right, 24.
24, excellent. Okay, so Polly has started this body back program today doing 24 V sit-ups. Now next time we get round to doing this at the halfway point, what Polly is going to be doing is that she'll maybe speeding up a little bit so she can get more in that 1 minute period. Okay, she will be bringing up her upper core and body a little bit higher off the floor to help give that intensity. We're going to suck those abs right down into the back of the spine and really clench and work out those abs. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Catch your breath. Do you need to get a drink?
No, I'm all right.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, guys, let's go. She's got 20 seconds, yeah, rest time. Right, so make sure at home, okay, you are getting a little bit of water in. I don't want you taking on too much because I don't want it sloshing around inside you. We've got 12 seconds. We're going to go straight into our squat position. Now, nice wide leg stance, feet firm on the floor. Okay, come onto the mat for me, Polly. Okay, in your own time, take it down to a squat now. Okay, arms out, good stuff. Now, pick up the pace a little bit more because we are not we're not doing a workout here for stamina. What we really do want to do is see Polly work hard, okay? Aim, because I don't like her sometimes, she's been business partner, but at the end of the day, you know, we want to make sure that these muscle groups do tire. Now at the moment, Polly, I'm going to correct your position a little bit. Bring your feet in just a tiny bit more for me, that's good. Excellent, and turn your toes in a little bit more towards the, that's it, excellent. Okay, now as you can see, she's going down, all the way down, so her thighs are pretty much coming to a horizontal position. It's like you're sitting in a chair, okay? And you should already be feeling it in your thighs. Yeah, you can see she's concentrating. It really is starting to kick in and bite in. Now, if you need to take a rest, Polly, that's what we need to, what we're aiming for you to do. How are you feeling?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so take that rest at home, guys, if you need to. Okay, make sure that you're pushing those heels right down through the ground, almost lifting the toes off the floor a little bit, and stop. Good stuff, that was your minute. Fantastic, how did you get on?
24 again.
24, we're getting quite a good consistent number here. Now, this is the first time Polly has ever done this fit test. I have deliberately not let her do any practice, purely so that she can do this real time with you guys at home. So in a second, we're going to go straight on to what is called a switch kick. Now, I'm just going to put this down to show you. Switch kick, okay, it is basically a high level kick, but what I want you to do is get your fists like a fighting pose, just so that you can keep your upper body nice and strong. The foot that's on the floor, make it nice and planted, okay, so that you've got a nice stable base, and you're just going to kick to the front. Place your foot on the floor and switch legs, hence the name switch kicks, okay. So, all right, this is what it's going to look like. She's going to kick forwards at quite a reasonable pace, because this is almost a cardio move, okay. You ready to go? We've got a few seconds, get in position. Right, so get ready to count those kicks in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it, okay. Don't worry about your height. The most important thing here is that you're giving it energy, that you're making sure that your foot on the floor is nice and stable, that you've got a nice sound base, so that you're not prone to injury. I don't care if your flexibility is, you know, not there and you just get it to knee height. Who cares? As long as the effort is there, and that the quality of the move is within your ability. Not necessarily crossing the leg. Let's sort of aim to kick the camera there, Polly. Excellent stuff. Okay, now if you need to, take that rest. You will find that it's a little bit of a cardio thing. You're going to feel that your heart rate's going to be increasing. Your breath should be coming a little bit more rapid. Yeah, okay, make sure you're breathing. Good stuff, how are you feeling it?
Okay.
Good stuff, she's not too bad, she's being able to talk, okay? What I do want her to do is get a little bit more breathless, so we do need to pick up the pace just a tiny bit if possible. That's purely because of Polly on her fitness levels. If you need to take a rest, make sure you're doing so. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good stuff. Now, how'd you get on?
Lost count.
Oh no! Where did you get to?
It was about 25, 26.
Okay, well, we'll go with 26. I mean, it doesn't matter.
26 pairs.
All right, pairs. Okay, that's excellent. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, if you do lose count, you can always do this again tomorrow at the beginning of the program. Don't do it again today, because essentially you will be tired and it won't give you the same performance levels as if you're doing it fresh. But yeah, good stuff. Well done. Are you feeling a little bit more breathless now? Okay, heart rate getting there?
Yeah.
Getting a bit warm? Okay, this is how you should be feeling at home. All right, so basically we're about halfway through our fit test now. The next exercise is our tricep dips. Now I know, ladies, we don't particularly like tricep dips, so I'm going to just quickly show you how to do them. Okay, so sitting on your mat, Okay, feet hip width apart, nice legs in parallel positions. Okay, you're taking your hands, placing them on the floor just beside your bottom, just a little bit behind you, okay? You are taking your body off the ground and you are going to move the elbows back and forth. The elbows are bending towards the wall behind you. So think about where you are in your living room. Think of what's behind you, directly behind you, and that is the direction your elbows will be going. I don't want to see them coming out to the sides because you're going to be putting strain on the joints, okay? And basically you're going to be lifting your body off the ground. Now, a lot of people make a mistake with this and they do a lot of this stuff. I don't want to see your body moving. The only bit of your body that is moving is your arms, okay? Your biceps are working here, and this really is your triceps. It's a tricep dip. This is the best exercise to destroy those bingo wings. Okay, you're looking good. Right? Good stuff. Okay, so we've got a few more seconds. Get into position. Let me just correct you. Just put your bottom on the floor for a second because I think your hands are a bit too far behind you. Hands here. That's good. Her feet are nice and wide. We've got 4 seconds. Take it up. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now she's going to start. Now, I don't expect Polly to get through this whole tricep dip fit test exercise, this whole 1 minute. without stopping. Okay, this is a tough move, and let's face it, ladies, we really aren't big fans of doing things with our arms. Okay, we all suffer with a little bit of the bingo wing phenomenon. So at the end of the day, all right, you are going to be resting. Make sure you're breathing. I can see you holding your breath, Polly. Okay, you're so busy focusing and concentrating. That goes for you guys at home as well. It's a common thing. You get so involved with what you're doing that you actually forget to breathe. Okay, now if you're struggling a little bit, Polly, I can see your techniques going. Good resting. If you want to rest and put your bottom on the floor and take a couple of breaths, that's good. There you go. She's gone straight back in it. She is completely controlling this fit test. It's staying within her ability. She isn't going outside a zone where she is being pushed into an uncomfortable place. She is literally just in control, measuring her own ability. We've got a few more seconds. We've got 7. Great resting there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good last one there. How'd you get on?
27.
27. Right, let's pop that down on here as well. We're getting quite consistent with all the exercises, which is nice to see. A nice even fitness level all over. Okay, so we've got 3 more fitness test exercises to do. I can see you're catching your breath there. You're right?
Yeah.
Right, well, Polly's just gone to get a drink. Okay, we're going to go straight into now a core and abs exercise. Now, I'm going to have Polly laying on the floor. This is a laying leg raise. Now, a lot of ladies, some ladies do struggle with this. Okay, what I want you to do is lay on the floor. Now, you need to control and look after your back. This is most important. Some people prefer to put their hands by the side. Some people want to bring them out of the situation altogether. I personally, and this is just my personal preference, I like to put my hands just underneath my buttocks to help curl my spine into the floor because my legs are quite long and I find that my upper body will come off the floor. So we are literally doing a leg raise. Now, if you look at my legs, they're going about a foot and a half movement from about 6 inches or so off the floor to about 2 foot high in the air. And that is all I'm going to get you to do. Okay, you ready? Looking good. Right, that's right, I'll count it. Okay, make sure you're nice and comfortable before you begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice starting now. A little bit lower for me because we really want to work the abs. That's what we're really testing here. So I'm going to put my hand here. There we go. You've got nice positioning on the lower level of your legs. Now make sure you breathe. You're going to focus a lot on what you're doing here, and there's a tendency that people do forget to breathe because they're just thinking so much about what they're exercising. Now, whilst you're doing this, what you're trying to do is clench those butt muscles nice and tight. We're pulling the abs and your core and your belly button all the way through tight to your spine, so everything is in locked position here. Everything is working to its max. Okay, make sure you're breathing. Good resting, Polly, okay? Now, obviously, Polly is controlling her fit test here. It doesn't matter if that means that she's getting a few less in. I really don't care about the quantity. The only idea that we are doing this right now is to basically have a measurement of where you are at the beginning of this body back program. You've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking good. Okay, rest. Good stuff. Okay. How'd you get on?
21.
21. Okay. So make sure you're marking these down as you go at home on your dedicated training tracking sheet there. Okay, we've got two more fit tests to go. All right, we've got the alternating leg lunges. Okay, so lunges, make sure you've got nice space around you. You will be moving a little bit more on this one. And then we've got high knees, and that really is going to be it before we do our cool down, guys. Okay, so lunges. Okay, we did a little bit of them in the warm up. I'm just going to make sure you've got good posture now. Feet are on train tracks, both pointing in the right direction. You're going to lift the back heel, okay, do not keep it on the floor. And we are literally going to go and bend that back leg. Okay, are you ready? Let's take it up into position. Okay, so if I could have you side on actually, that would be handy. Yeah, alternating legs. So if you want to face me, so that the guys from at home can see what you're doing. Okay, now I want you to take your feet wider apart, okay? Your hips and shoulders are that wide, that's good. Okay, when you're ready, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, that's it. Now, good positioning. Now, what Polly is doing, if you guys look from the side here, while Polly is going into her lunge, she's switching her legs, which is good. If you look, she's almost like she's got a wooden pole going down the back of her clothes. Her head, all the way through to that bottom back leg, is a nice straight line from her knee to the crown of her head. I don't want you overstepping. That's a little bit too far. That's it. That's perfect, okay? That front leg as well mustn't be going too far over the front knee. That's the front toes. Looking good. Okay, so while you're keeping that going there, okay, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be working your thighs. These are going to start to burn. You should be able to feeling them getting nice and warm already. Okay, make sure you're breathing. Okay, that's a bit more of a step, coming to a bit more further here, and your feet are getting a little bit more narrow. Okay, make sure that you are not balancing on a single line. If you do, Okay, you're going to be all over the place. You have got to imagine train tracks, feet hip width apart. You've got 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Well done, Polly. How did you get on?
18 pairs.
18 pairs. Excellent. Okay, so we've got one more to go. How are you feeling so far?
Yeah, okay. Warm.
Warm? Yeah, that's good. Okay, how's your breath? How are you breathing?
Yeah. All right, not too bad.
Still talking to
me,
me, not too bad, so that's cool. So basically we've got one more exercise now, and this is more of a cardio burst, okay? So we've got 1 minute of really going for it. No hold bar, no hold bars or whatever the saying is. Don't hold back. Really go for it. It's high knee jumps, okay? So literally you're jumping from a squat position, okay? So your legs nice and wide, jumping, springing high into the ground, okay? Pointing your toes, well, sort of as you go up and down. Okay, got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. Okay. Don't worry about kicking your feet. I want you to spring, as if, almost like you're trying to jump over a fence. That's it. Good stuff. Okay. Get those knees higher. It's hard to do. I know. I really want you to push them out here. Stop and rest if you need to. Okay. Good stuff. You're feeling it in the thighs. Well, having done the lunges directly beforehand. Okay, Polly's legs should be feeling pretty heavy by now and pretty hot. How are you doing?
Yeah, hot.
Good stuff. Okay, you've got a few more seconds. Keep it going. Make sure you rest if you need to. Working and training at your own pace. Good stuff. Excellent. Make sure that when you're landing, the heel is going down on the floor. Excellent. Nice stability. You can see that Polly is actually starting to have a bit more of a gap between them. Okay, she needs to actually take a rest. Okay, come back into it in a second. We've got a few more seconds. Excellent. 10. Rest if you need to. 9. That's it. Good stuff. You see her heart rate's there already. She's breathing hard. This is where I need her to be. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was a tough one. I could see it on your face. How are you getting
20.
on? 20. Okay, so that's 20 knee-high jumps. Okay, now that is the fit test done. We're going to go into the cool down in just a few seconds. Okay, so just to recap, so far Polly today has managed to do 22 push-ups. That's a combination of both knee and full body press-ups. She's managed to do 24 V sit-ups. She's managed to do 24 squats, 26 pairs of switch kicks. That's 1 pair is 1 leg each going in the air. She's done 27 tricep dips. Laying leg raises, she's managed to do 21, alternating leg raises 18, and last of all these knee jumps 20. Now what she's going to go and do, and what I need you guys to do at home when you finish this workout and you've cooled down, is I want you to go and take this information and go pop it into your members portal so it's nice and safe and we can track your ability in 3 weeks from now. Fantastic, let's get that cool down started. Okay Polly, we're going to start that cool down, alright? All I want you to do is start rocking side to side on a nice wide leg lunge, okay, taking it nice and slowly. All I want you to do is bring your heart rate down, catch your breath. Okay, you're not really doing anything right now, but just composing yourself and getting back into bringing the heart rate down a little bit. Okay, so we've got a few more seconds. We're going to be doing this for 30 seconds, guys. So make sure in the living room you're doing this as well. You must not skip your cool downs. It's a very vital part of your recovery process, and you know, making your body, getting it on the road of recovery. Good stuff. We've got a few more seconds. Right, hold it over to the left side for me, Polly, or the right hand side for you guys at home. Okay, and I just literally want her to hold it here. Now this is going into a stretch. What we are doing here is Polly's got a nice stretch coming on from the groin all the way down towards the inside of her leg, round about the knee area, okay? If you're quite flexible, you could take this a little bit deeper, but we will be going deeper in a second. So just make sure you've got the stretch and it is fully engaged there. Now, what I want you to do is take it down to a deep stretch. So I want you to put your left hand on the floor, left hand, that's it, okay? And keep those toes up for me, okay? Finding the stretch on the inside of the groin there, okay? Now, obviously, some of you are more flexible than others. I want you to try very hard. If you can't get down into this position, just make sure you've got that nice higher stretch going on there, on the inside of the groin and the leg there. Okay, we've got a few more seconds. These stretches are going to be holding for about 30 seconds apiece. Okay, making sure that the body has full time to recover and getting a nice dynamic stretch going on. A few more seconds. Excellent. What I want you to do is turn this way now for me, Polly. Hands on either side of your foot, and I'm going back into a calf stretch. Now what's going on here is Polly is pushing her heel to the floor. Now really important here, guys, her feet are still pointing forwards. She's got no twisting of the joints, no twisting of the knee or the hips, okay? All of the push pressure right now is going through the heel. It's almost like there's a rope pulling Polly's heel down to the ground, and she should have a nice stretch going on, particularly on the back of the calf. Can you feel that? Yeah. Just around here? Okay, so you think at home, think where you can feel it. Okay, now what I want you to do is keep your feet where they are, and I just want you to come up so we can go into a hip flexor stretch. So keep your body there, up. Okay, now what she's doing, okay, is there's a nice stretch going down the hip flexor here, okay? Take your knee off the floor if you can for me, please. That's it. There we go. Okay, can you feel the stretch there? Okay, now the hip flexor is one of those muscles and joints that people basically forget when they're exercising, and then they get really tight and it pulls all your back and all sorts out of line, your hips out of line. How are you feeling? Is that a nicer position for you? Now, if you've just noticed, Polly has actually just changed this to make it work for her, which is fantastic. Okay, what I want you to do now, Polly, is to repeat the whole process on the other side. So if you can come back up to your lunging position, take it slight to side, that's it, that's good, and hold it there. So we're doing a high stretch at the moment on the inside of her left leg. So for you guys at home, I don't care if you've done your left leg first or your right leg, as long as obviously you're stretching out both of them. Okay, just holding it for 30 seconds. We've got a few more seconds to go, and then we're going to go into the deep version. So her right hand this time is going to go on the floor inside her right leg. Okay, so put your hand on the floor, let's take it down. Okay, now toes up again, and it's just increasing the back of the leg on the stretch and making sure that she's getting a nice tight feeling all the way through. You can feel that muscle expanding, yeah? Okay, now the reason we're holding it for these few seconds is so that the muscle, after a few seconds, actually starts to relax. It gets used to being in that position. And so to help increase just a little bit her flexibility and her movement, we're holding this, it's called dynamic stretching, and we're holding it there for 30 seconds. Great stuff. Now if we can take it down, we're going to go to your calf. Okay, so back leg straight again. Now remember, I'm just straightening Polly out. Obviously, you guys, I know I'm not there at home, but I want you to think about your posture. Can we bring this foot out just about here? Okay, just to make it so your feet are nice and stable. You're pushing your heel again down to the floor. Okay, so we're getting a nice stretch through the calf. Again, think almost like there is a rope on the bottom of Polly's trainer here, and I'm pulling it down. Okay, her hips and body are still going forwards, and all the effort right now and all the stretch is in that back of this leg. Good stuff, okay, and if we can come up to the hip flexor stretch, so keep your knee off the floor, toes under. Oh, you're right there, balancing, okay. Now you should feel it down here in the front of the hip. It's a very thin muscle. Basically, it helps you move and flex your leg. So what we need to do is we need to stretch it out, and the reason for that, as like I said earlier, is people forget about it, that it exists, and it is quite a hard position to get into and find, but it really is important for your posture that you actually do manage to stretch this out. Great stuff, Polly. Okay, we're going to go into a wide leg groin stretch. Okay, so Polly, if you can stand up for me. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is feet, legs, nice wide stance. We're going to squat down into our squat position. We're going to get our elbows, and we're literally bringing them on the inside of our thighs. Okay, now some of you might be more flexible, you can put your hands here, but essentially we are literally pushing our knees in opposite directions to get a stretch through the groin. So if you can do that for me, Polly. Okay, so I don't care if your head's up or down. The important bit here is the legs, so that you're comfortable. You should always be reasonably comfortable when you're stretching. You should feel the stretch, but you should not be in pain. That's the most important thing to remember. Okay, pain is not good, okay? So think about the stretch, feel the stretch, make sure it's engaged and that isn't slacking off. If it's slacking, just push a little bit further to keep it fully engaged there. Good stuff. Okay, we are now going to go into, come up for me, Polly. Okay, we're going to go into our quad stretches, so that's the front of the thighs. Focus on a spot on the wall, doesn't matter what you're looking at. Foot on the floor, nice and sturdy. Grab your toes, grab your ankle. Don't grab down here, okay? I do really want this to be a quad stretch. Bring your knees together, push your hip forwards, okay? And bring that foot tight as close as you can to the back of your buttocks, okay? To increase the stretch once it starts to ease off, what you are literally trying to do is push the hip forwards a little bit. Now make sure you're always focused, keeping your eyes on one spot all the time. It'll help you keep your balance. Looking good. We've got a few more seconds there, Polly, and then we're going to switch straight to the other leg. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay. A few more seconds. Good stuff. If we can swap over and do the same now, we're just repeating the exact same stretch, so we're getting a nice even stretch on both sides of our bodies. Okay, so Polly's quite flexible, so if you haven't noticed, she's actually using both of her hands to pull her heel in. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Now some people aren't so flexible, so while Polly's stretching there, I'm going to show you from the side. Some people find it, if they're not so flexible, if you can sit as close to between your feet as you can and then just ease back, and you'll find almost immediately that stretch will be coming on at the front of the legs there. So there's an alternative there for you. You've got 4 more seconds. Okay, great stuff. We're going to go into what's called a flat back stretch now. We did it at the beginning in the warm-up, okay? So all I want you to do is feet nice and nice wide stance for me, nice and strong. And I literally want you to keep your back straight and bring yourself out and look at the floor. Now again, if you can remember guys, when I said this before, there's got to be a straight line. Almost think like there's a wooden pole inside Polly's clothing. There we go, if you can turn, that's fantastic. Almost like a wooden pole inside Polly's clothing, keeping her body from her tailbone to the crown of her head in a nice straight line. She hasn't got her head dipping forwards and she's not trying to look up across the room. That's great. How are you feeling that stretch along here? And you should be feeling it in the backs of the legs. Yeah. Good stuff. Excellent. You've got a few more seconds. Fantastic. Okay, if you can stand up for me now, Polly. Okay, we're going to do an overhead stretch. Okay, so hands up above you, and we are literally pulling with our right hand or our left hand, whichever side, you're going to do them both, and we're going to be pulling ourselves over. So you feel the stretch coming down the side of the body, down through where past the armpit is, and down into the ribs. So you feeling that there?
Yeah.
Okay, now it depends on your flexibility. I do not care how far over you stretch, okay? It's your flexibility that counts. She's not leaning forward and she's not tipping back. She is perfectly straight, okay? And it's just a stretch here. Now, Polly's quite flexible, so she can get quite far. I'm not flexible. There's no way I'd get that far for stretching for me personally. Let's take it to the other side if we can. So she's repeating this process again, making sure her posture, you think about your posture at home. You're not tipping yourselves forwards. We don't want to bend at the waist and we don't want you to be leaning back. We've got a nice stretch going on and she's literally using this lower arm to help pull and engage the stretch all the way down the side. Can you feel that? Good stuff. Excellent. Okay, a few more seconds holding that stretch for me. Excellent. Okay, take it nice, stand up slowly so you don't get a head rush. Good stuff. Okay, and then we're going to be just stretching out our arms. So we're going to do a right arm or a left arm, it doesn't matter. Basically, I am crossing over my arm, so one arm straight across my body, the other one is wrapping and it's coming inside the elbow, between the elbow and the shoulder, because then I can bring that arm across. And I'm literally, if I turn around this side here, I am literally bringing a stretch in at the back of the shoulder blade there, okay? So Polly, if I touch your arms here, this is where you should be feeling the stretch. Can I just turn you around so that they can see at the back? Okay, so as Polly is stretching here, this stretch is coming in through the shoulder blade and round the back of here. Yeah? Good stuff. Okay, let's swap arms and turn back to the screen, thank you. Okay, so again, we've just swapped around. So her arm, her left arm, or your right arm in this case, is going across her body. Her other forearm is literally coming between her elbow and her shoulder blade. And again, the stretch is being felt at the back of the shoulder. It's quite nice, this, because it loosens up the shoulders, especially when we've been doing lots of those arm movements. How are you doing there?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Let's go back to the screen. Okay, guys, Polly, we're going to go into a chest stretch next, okay? So literally hands out in front of you. Now, the good thing is you're in your houses, ladies, so I want you to stick your chests out, okay? You should be feeling this stretch, and I'm really sorry, Polly, but you should be feeling it literally across your bust line, okay? You should be feeling, it's almost like you're pulling your shoulders in opposite directions. Are you feeling that, Polly? Excellent, okay. So I like this one. This is one of those that you do in the morning when you first get up out of bed, I think. I like this. I do this all the time during the day when no one's around watching. How are you feeling?
Yeah, fine.
Excellent, okay. And then from there, just shake it off a little bit. We're going to do a neck stretch. So we've got, think about 4 quarters, okay? We've got off at the angle, full side, angle, full side. So think of it like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 11 o'clock and 9 o'clock. We're going to turn our heads, we're going to lean it forwards, and we're going to lift the chin up. And then we're going to turn it over to the full side, down and up. And then we're going to bring our head slowly to the other side. So I'm now looking at like 9 o'clock and I'm looking down. So I feel the stretch at the back of the neck, and then I'm bringing it up to bring it under the chin. And again, finally at 11 o'clock. Okay, so you should be getting the stretch in all under the chin and at the back of the neck in all of those 4 locations. And last but not least, I want you to give it a bit of a shake. Excellent, we're done. Okay, so well done, guys. That was your fit test. Make sure right now you go and rehydrate a little bit, take on some water. If you're using your protein shakes, this is a good time to be taking one. If not, go and have your banana. Or what else is it? You're the nutritionist, Polly. What else would you suggest right now?
Oh, yogurt, glass of milk.
There we go, from the horse's mouth. Okay.
Something to refuel your muscles.
Yeah, basically. Go pop your stats in your members portal, and then we'll be doing this again in 3 weeks' time. Fantastic, excellent. Now, I know we say that in order to burn fat stores for energy, starchy carbohydrate intake needs to be limited, but you do need some starches, and now, straight after exercise, ideally within the next 30 minutes is the best time to consume those starches.
This refuels your muscles, repairing them after the workout they've just been put through, so you're less likely to ache tomorrow, and helps to build that all-important metabolism, boosting new muscle. A chopped banana with some low-fat plain Greek yogurt, or an oatcake or chopped apple with some peanut butter are great snacks if it's not time for a proper meal. Well done everyone, you've worked really hard. Believe me, it's worth it to keep going and following the workouts 3 to 5 times a week. You should start to really see and feel the benefits very soon.